Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you 3 5-minute hairstyles that would be perfect for any weekday morning. So my first hairstyle that we're going to do is a half up braided crossover style. So to start this style out, I'm just going to part the hair down the center. Next, I'm going to put the hair into 2 front pigtails. So to do this, I'm wetting the hair down and using spray gel to get any flyaways to hold into my ponytail. And I like to use some cute, colorful elastics when I'm doing styles like this. And I will link below where you can get the elastics that I use and any other product that I mention in this video. After you get your 2 ponytails in place, I think that you should clip them up out of the way, and then with the remaining hair, just put it in a low ponytail so that it won't get in the way when you're doing your braids. Next, you really want to wet down these front ponytails because it's going to make the hair go in so much neater and nicer. Then comb through these front pigtails. Next, I'm going to divide the hair. So I'm going to have an inner piece and an outer piece on each side. So I'm going to start with the inner piece on the left side, and then I'm going to take the outer piece on the right side, and I'm going to hold this hair up in a clip out of the way. So then I'll just be working with the inner piece on the right side and the outer piece on the left side. So I'm just going to spray them down a little bit more so that they're ready to be braided. Next, I'm going to comb through the hair again so that there's absolutely no tangles when I'm braiding. From there, I'm going to start a 3-strand braid, and I'm going to do 3 stitches down, which just means that I'm adding in, I'm doing the braid 3 times. Once I get 3 stitches down, I'm going to take a small piece from the right side and combine it to my hair on the left side. And I'm going to pull the hair and smooth it out so that my braid continues to go straight down. And you really want to hold that hair in place. Every time I do my stitch on the right side, I'm going to add a small section of hair and smooth it out and add to my braid. Now you want to try to take about the same size pieces of hair here so that it looks really consistent all the way down. Now the reason we put so much water in is so that when we smooth that hair down, there won't be any flyaways sticking out here. So I'm just going to continue braiding down until I don't have any more hair to combine. Now that I've added all the hair from the right side, I'm just going to braid down until I can't braid anymore. The way I know to stop braiding is I'll start having little flyaway pieces that will come out the sides. Then I know it's time to stop and add in a colorful elastic. Now I'm going to repeat those same steps on the right side. Again, I'm just spraying the hair down and combing it through. Now I'm going to start my braid on the right side, and I'm going to do 3 stitches. Once I've added in my 3 stitches, I'll start with adding in pieces of hair. And another thing I like to do is when I'm adding the hair, I like to start on the side closest to me and work my way around. That way when you're pulling the hair over, it's just going to lay naturally. So don't just start grabbing random pieces. Try to kind of start at one end and work your way around. Now the cool thing about this hairstyle is it's actually pretty easy to do, but it looks way more complicated than it is. So you'll get lots of compliments on it, and it's something quick and easy that you could do in the morning and have a really neat style for the day. So now I'm going to add in my last piece, and once I get that in, I'm just going to continue braiding down. You want to make sure that your braid finishes about the same length as the one you did on the left side so that they look really consistent. Next, I'm just going to take out the ponytail that I put in underneath the hair, and I'm going to brush through this remaining hair to make sure it lays nice and smooth. And then just put the pieces where you think they need to go, and that's your first half up braided style. I have another half up style that's super cute and has some rope twists to it. So what I'm going to do is create that same center part, but I'm going to section off a small square at the front, and I'm going to put it into place with a pink elastic. And I'll repeat that same step on the left side, trying to make sure that I go down about the same distance on the hair so that they look even. Next, I'm going to create a rope twist with these front pieces. So I'm going to divide the hair into two, and I'm going to twist the hair to the right, and I'm going to cross it over to the left. So as I'm going down, I'm twisting to the right and crossing over the left. And then once I get it down how far I want it, I'm just going to secure it with a bobby pin until it's time to put it into the ponytail. I'm going to repeat those same steps on the other side. Now, if you need a little bit more help with the rope twist, I have several videos on my channel on how to do a rope twist where I go into it in a lot more detail and a lot slower. So check those out if you need some more help with the rope twist. Next, I'm going to create two more ponytails that go back. So I'm just going to section off another square. And I'll tie it off with an elastic. So now I'm going to take my rope twist and connect it to the second ponytail down. And I'll just add another elastic on top of the one I already put in. So then on the other side, I'm going to create another square . And then I will just attach my rope twist to that second ponytail. You could leave it like this and it would look super cute, but I am going to add an additional rope twist to the back. So I'm just going to continue to rope twist down about halfway. And then I'll just take that same bobby pin to hold it into place while I rope twist the other side. then I'll just take the 2 rope twists and I will combine them in the middle and put them in with another elastic. From here, you can take out the bobby pin that you have put in place and kind of comb through the rest of the hair. And then I think it always finishes off to add a cute bow to your style. Our third hairstyle is a side French braid into a messy bun. To start this style off, I'm going to do a side part. And then at a diagonal, I'm just going to loosely pick up a section of hair and I'm going to divide it into 3 strands. I'm always going to start with the top layer and I'm going to go over, and then I'm going to take my right side and go over. Then I'll go back to my left side and start picking up sections of hair. Now, I find that it always helps to start with your top section where your hair lays. I don't know why exactly, but it just seems to work better. So every time I'm going over, I'm going to loosely add in a new section of hair. Now, the reason I'm not using a comb is because I don't want these to be real harsh sections of hair. So I find that if I just use my fingers as the comb, that a lot of times it just will look nicer when I'm doing these diagonal braids. So as you're braiding, you're guiding your braid where you want it to go. So wherever you're picking up and making the hair nice and tight, that is where your braid will go. So I'm just kind of aiming towards the back, and it's just going to go sideways around the back of my hair. Now when you start to get towards the back edge here, you want to be picking up diagonal slices of hair. So whenever I go for the next section of hair, I'm just going to make a nice diagonal slice so that the hair will transition nicely around to the back. With the hair on the right side, you want to hold it tight so that that hair on the bottom will hold nicely in place. So I'm just going to create another diagonal slice here. So from here, I'm just going to go from the almost to the very front and start picking up loose sections of hair. Now you'll probably get to a point where you won't have much hair to add from the right anymore. And then I'm going to grab a big chunk of hair and probably the rest of the hair into place because I'm going to do my ponytail here in a second. So just keep pulling tight. And then what you're going to do is take your elastic and pull all the hair into place. When you go around the last time, I'm just going to leave it pulled like that. Next, I'm going to wrap the hair around that's remaining, and then I'm going to scrunch the rest of the hair up, take a brown elastic, and put it over top this messy bun. After you do that, you just have all this hair sticking out. So you want to hold the bun to the head and take your bobby pins and push the hair into the head. Now be careful with this because oftentimes I'll put it where it's not comfortable for my kids. So whenever I'm putting bobby pins in, I always ask them, does this feel okay? Does this one hurt? And they'll let me know. So just be careful when you're putting the bobby pins in. And then just finish it off with a cute bow. I hope you guys like these 3 5-minute hairstyles. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel to see all of our latest videos.